I am Dr. Orfaly, and I am an internist provoking for the keto diet, and I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, especially if you watched my previous video. I would like you to make this diet as a lifestyle. It is not a temporary thing just to do in order to lose weight and then go back to the Western diet, which is unfortunately is very bad for your health. Mainly because it is very rich in carbohydrates and very poor in a good quality food, i.e. The real nutrients, especially the fat. I will try to answer in this video and many other videos the benefits of this diet and how it works. Today I would like to talk to you about the nutrients of the food. Basically, we have three types of nutrients. We have the protein, we have the fat, and also we have the carbohydrates. Any type of food that we eat, anything we put in our mouth, and it's going to be composed of one or more of these three nutrients. And today I'm going to talk to you about the behavior of each nutrient whenever it goes to our system. First of all, we will start with the protein. Protein is very essential to our body. It's very essential nutrients, and we find that, as you probably know, in the meat, fish, chicken, eggs, and it is pretty essential for our life. Out of the protein, we build up the muscles, we build up the enzymes. These enzymes are very essential in the all the chemical reactions, which are they are like millions of chemical reactions that occur in our body. All these reactions require enzymes to facilitate these reactions, and so mainly these enzymes are made of proteins, and the buildup of the cells also. We need a lot of protein. Our cells contains a lot of protein, and it's in the wall of the cells, in the functions of the cells. We need this as essential nutrients, and in fact, I don't want to talk a lot about that because the protein concentration, whether it is in the Western diet or in the keto diet, is essentially the same. It's 20% of your calorie. This is not going to be changed, and that's because nobody, even the traditional doctors or the new ideas, doctors with new ideas, they have the same opinion about protein. So protein is something that does not require negotiation and does not require any discussion. It is very essential, everybody knows that, and it composes about 20% of the keto diet. The other nutrient is the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, especially sugar and its cousins. I'm saying that sugar and um, pasta, sweets, chocolates, candies, high fructose corn syrup, or as you know, probably there are too many names for sugar, and there is at least nowadays about 58 names for the sugar. And I will tell you later why we have all these names for sugar. And of course, also starch, like I'm saying, like the rice, pasta, the bread, all that. It has also a lot of sugar. But when we talk about the behavior of the sugar in our body, the behavior of carbs in our body, then we have to, I'm going to make a distinction between the sugar or the refined sugar that we get in the fruit juice or the Coke or any sweet drinks, and the sugar, the refined sugar that we buy and we add to the our drinks and to our sweets making. All this type of sugar is different than the sugar that exists in the pasta and the bread, for instance, because this type of sugar I'm going to refer to the one that exists in the bread and the pasta as a starch, which is composed of two molecules of glucose. However, the sugar, the other type of sugar, including the 58 names of the sugar and the refined sugar, and the sugar that we get out of the fruit juice and Coke, this type of sugar is composed of two types of sugar, which is the glucose and the fructose, essentially about 50-50%. And because the behavior of our body is quite different when it comes to these type of sugar. So whenever we get the starch in our body, it is converted immediately to glucose, two molecules of glucose in each molecule of starch. And this glucose, it will be accepted almost by all our cells. And our cells will use part of it for energy, immediate energy, and the rest of the glucose is going to be converted into fat for storage. And this process is facilitated by the insulin, which is produced by the pancreas. Whenever we eat sugar, our pancreas is stimulated and produce insulin, and the insulin do this job. It take the sugar out of our circulation into the cells, and the cells will use it for immediate energy. Whatever left over, it will be converted to the to fat, and it will be stored there inside the cells. However, when we eat refined sugar, fruit juice, refined sugar, what have you, this is composed of two molecules. Each molecule of sugar refined sugar is made out of one molecule of glucose and one molecule of fructose. The glucose, it goes to all cells, as we said, in our body, and it would be consumed, part of it for energy, the rest of it, it would be stored as fat. However, the fructose, it will not be accepted by any cell in our body except the liver cells. So it will have to go to the liver. And the liver will just get all this amount of fructose, and it will convert it to a small part of it. The small part of it, it will be converted into glucose and will be stored as what we call it human starch or glycogen in the liver, and the rest of it, the about 90% of it, of the rest of the fructose, will be converted to fat, which means you need to imagine that let's say all the glucose in the refined sugar is consumed as energy and none has been stored. About half the sugar that we eat is going to be converted to fat, no matter how low the amount of calorie that we are eating. And that will explain to you the difficulty that the people who tries to lose weight in any different type of diet other than the keto diet will have a lot of difficulty losing the weight, and they have to reduce their amount of calorie to a very low level, which will make them starving all the time in order to lose weight, because it is their body is forced to convert half of this sugar, which is composed of fructose, to fat whenever it enters their body. So that is the problem with the carbohydrates. That's the main problem. And I will talk to you later in another video about the fat metabolism in our body. Thank you for listening to me, and please don't forget to leave your comment. I will try to explain all about this keto diet and make it as simple as possible, so everybody would be convinced to adopt this diet as a lifestyle. Thank you, and see you again.